I got a YouTube question that I saw before coming into the studio that was pretty interesting. It's the YouTube Bible Answer Man Network. It's from Ann, A-N. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. I don't know how to pronounce that for sure. On Ann writes, so can someone explain how God isn't a mass murdering psychopath? Hank Hanegraaff is just upset that Bill Maher claims this, but doesn't dispute it with evidence, just bluster. If God wants to slaughter people and does so, why make excuses for him? Just admit that he does, has good cause to, and be done with it. Christians seem to want it both ways. And of course, what On is referring to is that according to Bill Maher, the Genesis account of the Noah flood is an immoral tale because God is a psychotic mass murderer. Those are pretty strong words. And I hope that what I gave, I don't know what YouTube you're watching, but I hope it was more than bluster. But let me add to whatever I said there by first pointing out that this is not genocide. This is capital punishment. And I think when we look at human parallels, it helps contextualize things just a little bit. For example, when Barack Obama was president and had Osama bin Laden executed, was he called a murdering psychopath? No. He was given plaudits for what he did because in war, in this case, we're talking about the war on terror, sometimes extreme measures are necessary. If our military said it was necessary to take out the rogue leader of North Korea in order to stop mass starvation in his country, the genocide of his own people, we wouldn't impugn the U.S. military's response as psychotic. In other words, there are times in which capital punishment is warranted. Now, we do it imperfectly. God, on the other hand, his judgments are always consistent with mercy and justice. So when he commands the destruction of nations inhabiting the promised land of Canaan, this must never be interpreted in isolation from the immediate context. Because in context, the aim of God's command was not the obliteration of the wicked, but the obliteration of wickedness. Furthermore, let me say this, God's martial instructions are qualified by his moral intentions to spare the repentant. Of course, the prostitute Rahab and her family are classic examples. They're not only spared, but allowed to live among the Israelites and hold a privileged position in the lineage of Jesus Christ. So God's desire to spare the pagan city of Nineveh, as another example, further illustrates the extent of his mercy for the repentant. Jonah wasn't quite as merciful as the judge of all the earth was.